Welcome to this quick core workout. All you're going to need today is your mat, preferably a good sticky one for some planks and things. So we will get started. Start with our little warm up in a cat-cow position, hands beneath our shoulders, knees hip distance apart, and just starting with our breathing as usual. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Flowing back and forth. As always, you can make this warm up your own. You could start swaying your hips or moving side to side a little bit. Really start audibly making your breathing sounds to turn on your diaphragm, pelvic floor, and all those deep inner unit muscles, even more than they already are. Just two more. And last one. Okay, I'm gonna kind of center myself here. Hands still, again, beneath shoulders. We're gonna step out to our high plank. So bring your shoulder blades together, core is turned on nice and tight, and we're gonna press up into our down dog position here, thinking sit bones reaching up nice and high, knees can be bent, and then we're gonna flow back into our high plank. Pause for a second, and then pressing up. If you don't like this, of course, you can go down to your forearms, or just move onto your knees and do kind of like a flow back and forth from child's pose into a knee plank. Always thinking of our breathing each time. Heels are lifted. And we're thinking energy reaching from the crown of our head all the way through our feet. Today is kind of like a nice elongating, lengthening session. Two more here. And last one. So now we're going to be in our plank. We're going to do a few knees to center, kind of like a slow mountain climber. So bringing one knee in towards your chest, replace it back, other knee in towards chest, place it back. So we're just going to the center here today. Nothing crazy fancy. Take this at your own pace, trying to keep relatively still through our body, besides obviously our legs moving here, but I'm not rocking side to side. Neck is long. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down onto your knees. You can give your wrists a little roll, shoulders a roll, whatever feels good. We're going to come down onto our back now. As always, we're going to do just a couple here of our core engagement exercises. So finding that neutral spine, prepare with an inhale. As you exhale, drawing belly button down towards your spine, pubic bone thinking coming up towards belly button, ribs dropping down towards belly button. Pause, and then release. Inhale, exhale, and release. 2 more times. And release. Last big breath in. And relax. So our next move, we want to again think lengthening. This is called single leg stretch. So it is a stretch, but it's also obviously core. We're going to come up onto just kind of like the base of our shoulder blades here, not too high. And now once we're in this position, our torso is going to stay in this position. So we're not going to be lifting and lowering. We're going to stay still. Let's bring our legs up to tabletop. Find that neutral spine still with that little gap behind your low back. Grab either side of, just like below your knee. You don't want to be right on the kneecap. So below your knee, you're going to hug that knee in as your other leg reaches out, reaching nice and long. You're hugging this knee in to stretch it out. Inhale, and then exhale, switch sides. Take an inhale, exhale, switch. So continue breathing here and think lengthening. You're looking kind of just slightly over your knees, so your chin isn't resting on your chest. If you mess up the breathing, that doesn't matter. As I always say, just make sure you are breathing. And our proper, just in a proper Pilates form, as I said, is your torso is staying still. So it's not lifting or lowering. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in. Take a little breather. You can rock side to side, whatever feels good for your legs or your hip flexors and your core and your low back. Okay, our next move is, again, think nice and long lengthening here. So you're going to be kind of like you're definitely like an X. So my legs are about as wide as my mat, and my arms are nice and wide. Prepare with an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bring, arms are out to a T, my bad, and legs are out in that like X position. As you exhale, you're going to try to touch fingers to ankle. If you can get to your toes, that's great. And then inhale, lower down. Exhale, other side, tapping and lowering down. Actually, I'm going to do next today. So if this is too much, you can just do one or the other, either arms or legs. As I come up, I am imprinting my spine, so my low back is coming towards the mat. I'm not staying in a neutral position here. And you're thinking twisting. We've got 4, 3, nice and controlled each time. 2, and 1. Again, take a second here. Knees can be nice or feet can be nice and wide. We'll just sway our knees to one side and then drop them to the other side. And you keep going back and forth a couple times, or you can just stay still. And one more here. Okay, we're going to work on some roll-ups. So feet are on the mat, kind of away from you. So not as close as if we were doing like a bridge or anything. Let's start with our arms up overhead. Prepare with an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to lower your arms kind of by your side here. So now when they're already down, now you're going to nod your chin to your chest and curl up. Sit up nice and tall. Reach to the crown of your head. If you need to adjust your feet at all, you can. Prepare with an inhale. As you exhale, start rolling down bone by bone through the spine. Arms reach back, lengthening. Inhaling here. And then as you exhale, nodding chin to the chest, curling up. We'll do this a couple more times. Sit up nice and tall. Then start your roll back, bone by bone. Reach and lengthen. Arms come up. Bend head. And curling up bone by bone. If you want a little bit more challenge, legs are out straight. Sit up nice and tall, coming down bone by bone. Press your legs into the mat to assist. Arms go back, and then coming up. Shoulders are relaxed as you do this. Press your legs into the mat to help. Sit up nice and tall. We'll do 2 more, curling back bone by bone. You can have your legs pressed together and squeeze your inner thighs to assist if you need that little bit of help to come up. And I've already lost count. This will be our last one. Nodding chin to the chest, pressing thighs together, coming up. Nice. Okay, onto our side. Forearms coming down, elbow beneath our shoulder. Going to lift up into our stacked knee position today. Top arms reaching overhead, nice and far away. Top leg is reaching far away. And then we're going to bring elbow towards knee and reach. Like lengthening, reaching through the crown of the head. If this is too much, either just hold in your side plank, maybe just do the arm, just do the leg. If you want to, you could come up onto your feet and do this. For 3. Staying lifted through that waist. And last one. Carefully lower down, switching to the other side. You can just roll over. And we're going to lift up in 3, 2, and 1. Lifting here. Again, think of that bottom waist holding you up. Reach the top arm, reach the top leg, crunching in. And as always, your knee and elbow might not actually touch. That's totally cool. Be happy with whatever your body can do today. I always say stay lifted through that bottom waist. Think of it holding you up, not just your shoulder and your arm. For 3, 2, and 1. Carefully lower down with control. Okay, just 2 more moves. So, oh my gosh, these leggings are awful. Falling down. Okay. If anybody has good legging recommendations that aren't as expensive as Lululemon, let me know. Okay, we're coming onto our forearms today. Into our plank again. So draw your shoulder blades together, and we're going to do our hip dips. You're going to kind of dip one hip down, back to center, hips to the other side, back to center. As always, if you don't like this, you can just hold a plank. And if you don't like planks, you can just work on the core engagement exercise on your back. We aren't here for very long. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees down. Take a second. Yeah, I'm wearing these cheaper leggings, and they are not as good as my usual Lululemon ones. Okay, so we're coming back to do a down dog kind of plank flow again, like how we started. Hands are going to be beneath our shoulders, stepping out to our high plank. Draw your shoulder blades in, and let's walk our feet in a little bit more towards center. We're going to press up into our down dog, lift our right leg up, come back to our plank, down dog, left leg lifts up, back to our plank. If you don't like the leg lift, of course, just don't do it. You don't have to do anything you don't want, as long as you are moving your body for these few minutes every day. Think of lengthening and stretching out. Transfer the weight kind of to your leg to take it a little bit more out of your shoulders. 1 more on each side, and then we stretch. And then lower your knees down and roll your wrists. And then we'll just come into a cat-cow. You can do this standing if you want, or you can even do it lying down on your back and you're just working on your flexion and extension. Again, start to take your big inhales, turning on your parasympathetic nervous system. And if you have more time to exercise today, you can turn on one of my other videos. But if not, and this is all you could manage, just be happy you got some time to yourself and did something for your body today. Made yourself a little bit stronger, got your posture maybe a little bit better as you strengthen your core. And that's it. I will see you next time.